You've seen it before. The brooding hero standing in the rain. The villain doubling over, lashing out in rage, flipping a table or screaming over nothing. Characters gushing with emotion. You feel your skin crawl. You roll your eyes. You get secondhand embarrassment. You already know what's coming next, and it's painful to sit through. Because it's predictable. It's cliché. And worst of all, it's boring. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be that way. Today I'm giving you 5 tricks to break free from these tired storytelling habits and write something that actually grabs your audience. Let's get started. Number 1, don't tell the audience how to feel. Here's the thing, no one likes being spoon-fed emotions. If you have to tell the audience exactly what your character is feeling, you're doing it wrong. Describe what's happening and trust the audience to understand. For example, instead of the abandoned house was creepy, write, the house stood in silence, its air thick with the scent of musty newspapers and rusted copper pipes, with floorboards that sang a different note under each careful step. This technique doesn't just avoid clichés, it makes your writing more immersive. Your readers don't just see your world, they inhabit it. If you just tell people how the characters feel or have them explain their exact emotional state, it seems fake because real people don't do that. When you tell your audience exactly how your character feels, you rob them of the opportunity to engage with the story and experience those emotions themselves. So instead of writing, John felt sad, show it. Maybe John stares at the table, pushing his food around without eating. Maybe his responses are short and distant, his posture slouched. Maybe he tries to talk, but his voice comes out quieter than usual. Other characters notice a change in his disposition. Sometimes limiting your narrative, like not spelling out every emotion, forces you to find more creative ways to convey depth. Think of TV episodes made under tight budget constraints. Those tend to be the best episodes. The point? Let the audience experience the emotion rather than just reading about it. Trust your audience to pick up on context. If you have to spell it out for them, your scene isn't working hard enough. Number 2, give your characters complex motivations. Ever read a story where characters just explode with emotion for no reason? The hero punches a wall. The villain screams because they're evil. The love interest storms out dramatically because, well, just because. It's lazy. And worse, it makes your characters feel fake. Real people don't just snap for no reason. There's always something underneath. Years of frustration, deep-rooted fear, a personal insecurity. If your characters are going to be emotional, they better have a damn good reason for it. Let's say your protagonist lashes out at their best friend. Instead of it being a random explosion, maybe they've been bottling up anger over being ignored, or they're afraid of losing their friend like they lost someone else in the past. Now it matters. Now it's real, but you have to earn that. Let us see the pressure mounting, understand why this means so much to them, and show the moments leading up to the explosion. That makes it hit a lot harder. Every emotional reaction needs a why. Make sure your characters aren't just acting this way just to add drama. Another problem? Perfect characters. If your hero is flawless, they're forgettable. If they never struggle, there's no reason to care. The audience wants to see the characters facing struggles and overcoming them despite their flaws. Think about Sherlock Holmes. Brilliant detective. Yes, but also arrogant, socially insensitive, and sometimes outright self-destructive. Those flaws make him interesting. And don't just slap a flaw on your character like a sticker. Make it affect the story. If your protagonist is being impulsive, let them face real consequences for it. If they're too trusting, let that backfire. It should affect the way they interact with the world and their decisions. Their flaws should shape their journey, not just exist for decoration. Number 3, only use plot structures as guide rails. Never sacrifice character. 3-act structure, hero's journey, save the cat beats. These are great tools, but that's all they are. Tools. The problem? Too many writers treat them like a checklist instead of a framework. They force characters into boxes to match a predefined plot structure instead of letting the story grow naturally. Look, structure matters, but the second it starts dictating your character's actions, you've got a problem. Let's say your protagonist needs to make a big decision at the climax. If they suddenly act out of character just because the story needs a big, emotional payoff, your audience will notice, and not in a good way. The story should evolve from your character's choices, not drag them along like passengers. A great story isn't about perfectly hitting every beat. It's about making the audience believe every choice your characters make. Number 4, use dialogue to subvert expectations. Do you ever watch a scene and immediately know what a character is going to say? It kills the tension. A hero swears revenge, a villain gives a monologue. You've seen it a million times. If your characters always say exactly what the audience expects, you're missing out on a huge opportunity. Instead of having your hero swear vengeance in the heat of the moment, what if they stay silent, but you see it in their eyes? Instead of the villain going on a rant, what if they just smile and say something completely unexpected? Try switching it up. Subversion is powerful. Use it. Play with dialogue. Give characters surprising reactions. Make the audience lean in instead of rolling their eyes. Number 5, beta readers. You might think your story is unpredictable, your dialogue fresh and your characters deep, but you're too close to it. You've lived inside this story for weeks, months, maybe even years. You can't always see where you're slipping into cliché. That's where beta readers come in. Not the people who always say it's good. I'm talking about people who read regularly, who understand story, who aren't afraid to tell you when something falls flat. Good beta readers are gold. They'll point out when your villain's monologue feels forced, when your love confession sounds like a Hallmark card, or when your plot twist is obvious from page 10. And here's the trick. You don't have to take every note, but if 2 or 3 people call out the same thing, it's a problem. Beta readers help you catch clichés you didn't even realize you were writing. They let you know, hey, this part, kind of cringe. And that honesty is exactly what you need if you want your writing to get better. Don't stress about criticism. It's just honest feedback that gives you a chance to fix issues before your actual audience ever sees them. Think of it as quality control for your story. Here's the bottom line. Avoiding clichés isn't about forcing originality. It's about depth. It's about making sure your characters feel real, your dialogue feels fresh, and your plot actually earns its moments. Keep these 5 tricks in mind, and your writing will stand out from the crowd. And if you want to learn how to write dinner scenes that reveal character, build tension, and keep the reader hooked, click on this video right here.